And well, we had some technical difficulties. Right at probably one of the worst times ever. That's just life. That's just what it is. And again, we're all still human, right? So we gotta make light of it. I might have said a few bad words a few times dealing with that, but we're here. We're good. Okay, guys. So I know we were genuinely just, on a serious note, we were talking about like kind of, you were figuring out exactly how to manifest yourself into going through all that and then getting to where you're today. Kind of walk me through a little bit, like how you got into the supplement world.
Yeah, so just really and I know we kind of were right before everything had cut out, and kind of where we were was, that last 2 years of high school, because you were mentioned that I was handling it well, which I really appreciate, man. But
Yeah.
what had really started to happen is I had started to almost kind of shut the world out. And you might remember, but I started getting really more so quiet and focused that last like year and a half of high school. Like we had our phase where, dude, we were like hilarious. Like I feel like when we were 16,
Yeah, we were
right,
goofy, man.
it's as sad as it sounds, right when my dad left, that was when I was like having the time of my life, not because he was gone, but like he was so strict. It was like that family umbrella was gone because, my mom was going through a lot. So now she's a single mom trying to raise my sister and I. So things got a little bit more relaxed than they were when we were under my dad's supervision. So I
Mm.
start going crazy. I'm doing all the things I've never done before. I'm having a good time, right?
Yeah.
But once we find out he's actually guilty, that's when things kind of took a turn. There was a lot more of feeling that hurt, and so I got very quiet, very locked in. But I promise I'm going somewhere with this. That's where it turned
No, I
for the
believe you.
better. So
Yeah.
as I got very focused, I ended up going from 115 pounds to 230 pounds by senior year. Now, that wasn't all muscle. Of course, I had some fat. I had really just gone on a crazy bulk, but I had put
Mhm.
on quite a big difference in what
Yeah.
I looked like as that 115-pound scrawny kid to not scrawny anymore. We graduate that summer. After we graduated, it might have been a month goes by, and I'm going in the store over at Complete Nutrition. I'm bringing friends in. I'm referring them to buy protein there because that's what I was taking, and I end up getting a message in my email that asked if I was looking for a job. Never in a million years did I think I was me working at a supplement store, but of course I replied like any kid right out of high school with no plan would and said, absolutely. When can I start? I got all
Mhm.
the availability in the world. So I get a job part time, working like 10 hours a week. And it was just like the gym. I started getting that addicted feeling, except it was helping people. It was helping people better their life. I started getting addicted to what it felt like when you would help a customer with what their goals were, and they would actually see the progress because they would take your advice. They'd come back, they'd gain the 20 pounds of muscle, they'd lose the 20 pounds of fat. And I fell in love with just pouring out and helping people, showing people exactly what I did, but now to help them achieve their goals. Fast forward 6 years through being a manager to being a district manager, doing all the things that you could do at that company. I eventually end up meeting a wonderful woman who is my wife now. And when we're about to get married, I put in a 2 week notice to start looking for a career path. And my old boss turns that around and offers us the opportunity to buy the store. And we end up getting our first business. Can't believe I'm saying that out loud. When you put the whole story together, it still
Yeah.
sounds crazy to say because we've been doing it for 5 years now and we just opened our second location. But all of that propelled from the same work ethic I had as a kid, where you get something, you do the best that you can do at it, no matter what it is, whether it's the gym, whether it's a new goal. You just keep showing up every day. You don't quit. You keep getting better, and the sky's the limit. And for me, the limit ended up being my first business, which, dude, it's nuts, man. It's nuts to say out loud.
Yeah. No, but it's commendable, man. I remember when you guys first owned it, It was like I kind of saw a little bit. I know I'm kind of always in the background a little bit of everything, but everything good here?
Yeah, I'm actually, my computer was about to die, so I was plugging it in.
Oh man.
That would have been,
They
we would have
just
had a round two.
I would have
You
no,
gotta
man.
love it, man. Hey,
Yeah, you
hey,
gotta
when
embrace it a
when you
little
have
bit.
messages like this that have got to come out, you're supposed to, things are just supposed to happen, and
Ain't
that's the
that
whole
weird
thing
how
about
that
still
works?
being human.
Ain't that
Yeah, it
it's
is.
weird how that works. It's weird, but that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I mean, it is genuinely cool to know somebody who you again, you had every reason to be a victim, and you sat there and you turned it into a positive. I mean, guys, like, let's just I mean, seriously, like, I respect the heck out of that, and it is genuinely cool to see. And I mean, it's cool to kind of witness all of it as well, right? And then kind of fast forward everything, and here we are, two goofballs, just trying to, we going through our ups and downs, and going through life, and we got to this beautiful flower almost. We're able to, just take this and use it all for good, right? Guys, I'm glad we got, even though we had some technical difficulties, I think that this pod was really a very good one. I mean, I think you really I hope people really tune in on this, genuinely.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. And honestly, for anyone listening to this, I think the biggest takeaway, what would be the most important to me that you got from this is understanding that life is going to throw you, just even like in this pod that we had, some crazy curveballs. You
Yeah.
you just don't know what's going to happen. And honestly, you really can't be prepared for it because you can't live your life always being scared or always like trying to avoid something bad happening. It's
Mm,
bad is going to happen and you actually can't avoid it.
mm,
Because when a lot of good things happen, that doesn't mean that bad's not coming. Most of the time, every time a bunch of good things come, bad's coming somewhere, but you don't know when, so you can't be prepared for it. So I guess the most important thing to capture from this pod is to understand that when those times happen, it's okay to feel the moment. It's okay to hurt. It's okay to feel the pain. You are human. Things hurt. Things suck. It is part of life. But what is not okay is to give up or let that dictate or define the rest of your life. You still have to keep moving. And for everybody, that might look a little bit different. Everyone's scenarios are different. There are people that have it way worse than I can even imagine out there. But what I do know is none of us know our time on this earth, and we all have the same 24 hours. So when bad things happen, you still have to move forward. Get yourself around the right people, have a group of people that you trust, stay away from the negativity, and just keep pushing to greatness.
I got nothing. It's awesome. I love it. I love it. I feel the same way, man. That was great. That was great. I think people are really gonna like this, genuinely. Kind of rehash. I'm excited too for the next one. Guys, we don't know. We have no idea. We're gonna come up with a little bit this week, but every Saturday we're gonna have a kind of a review of subjects. We're gonna post on our story. I want you guys to really lock in on Instagram, TikTok, everything, YouTube, Spotify, but mainly Instagram. It's gonna be on a story. We'll put it on TikTok as well, of kind of like certain subjects that we want to talk about, and we can, we'll have kind of a little bit of a vote, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Absolutely. You guys stay tuned. Message us any ideas you have, anything you want to see. Like Brian's saying, we've got some really fun things planned, and we're excited to bring so many more. This wraps up episode 3.
Yeah, 3.5,
Yeah, 3.5 is more accurate.
something like that.